Hey everyone, welcome to It Tastes Different Gaming Appetizers. And what are we talking about this time? The former Blizzard president thinks you should be able to leave a tip after beating a $70 game. Mike Ybarra, former president of Blizzard, has some baffling ideas that players should be able to tip developers after beating $70 games. Mike Ybarra said that he tweeted that I've thought about this idea for a while as a player since I've been diving into single player game lately. When I beat a game, there are some that just leave me in awe on how amazing the experience was. At the end of the game, I often wish I could give those developers a tip. I wish I could give those folks another 10 to 20 because it is worth more than my initial $70 and they didn't try to nickel and dime me every second. That's what he tweeted out. Games like Horizon Zero Dawn, God of War, Red Dead Redemption, Baldur's Gate, Elden Ring, etc. I know $70 is a lot. Some games are special. He says, and I know most of us like the idea. I realized we were tired of tipping and everything else, but I view this different from a pressure of a tip type scenario many face and give feedback on. So, yeah, my whole thing is, how about you just pay developers? The whole, like, it's not even just game developers, right? The whole tipping culture, I hate it, right? I think regardless if you're a pizza delivery person or up to a game creator, developer, whatever, you should be paid a living wage, or, you know, a waitress or a waiter or whatever. You should be paid the living wage. And then if somebody wants to, for anything, if somebody wants to give an additional tip, sure, they can, but it shouldn't be incentivized, right? I don't like how, you know, going to a restaurant and having to tip the waiter or waitress, right? And I'm not saying that I hate it in the fact of like giving that person extra money. I just hate the fact that the restaurant can't pay them a living wage, and those that the money that they make comes from people like me or other people that have that dine there and give them money throughout, you know, as they do their job, right? And I think it would be better. Like, it'd be better if that waiter or waitress had a livable pay. You know, they got paid like everybody else does. And then if they do a great enough job, you know, a tip is just that, right? It shouldn't be incentivized. It should be just like, hey, you did a really great job. Like, I want to give you something extra because I think you did awesome, right? The problem with Mike Ybarra's thing is like, who does the tip go to, right? Who are you tipping, right? There's like, think about it. If it's a developer that has 200 people and you tip them $10, you know, do the math on that. That's like what, a couple pennies per person or whatever, like 5 cents, a nickel per person. I don't know what I would have to do the math, but whatever it is, not very good at math, as you can tell. But whatever that is, I mean, that wouldn't be that much money, right, per individual, and it wouldn't go towards the individual. It'd just go back into the company, which we would go to the CEO or, you know, the shareholder, or just into the company in general, right? And so, yeah, I mean, that's just stupid. You know, when you go and you tip someone, you're physically giving that individual that tip, or at least you're hoping that it goes to that individual, right? A company, like, you know, that'd be like going to Walmart and giving the tip to the, I don't know, to the janitor.
Self-checkout aisle.
The self-checkout. Yeah. The person standing there at the self-checkout. I don't know. I mean, like, but it's not going to the individual. It's like the president of Walmart. You're like, here, distribute this. You know, or throwing it on the ground and hoping someone there picks it up. That's more like it, right? I mean, in this scenario. So it's like, No, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard, Mike Ybarra. Keep your stupid ideas to yourself. Please don't tweet them out. Um, just, you mean, if those individuals, those developers are underpaid, then maybe they should just pay them more money instead of charging everybody $70 for a game and still not having the money to actually pay their developers a living wage. How about we do that? Instead of relying on the people, the consumers, to go out there and fit the bill so that way people can eat that night, how about the companies who are making hand over fist profits most of the time, give some of that money back to their employees so they can have, a nice meal or something, or they can go to a restaurant and tip the waiter or waitress there, right? For their delicious meal. It's like I said, the whole tip system, I completely dislike. The whole idea of it and the whole aspect of it. Just pay people what they should be paid, and a livable wage so everyone can live. And then again, if you as an individual want to give someone an extra tip, that's great, right? That's just on top of whatever, you did a great service. Here's $5-10. I think you did great. I want you to have that. Not like how the system is now. So anyway, Shane, what do you think, buddy?
I think Mike Ybarra can lick all the buttholes in hell. He's such a garbage sack of ass. You're right. Pay your people. I'm so goddamn sick of corporate welfare. These places make billions upon billions of dollars. They make record profits, and they can't pay their employees a livable wage. And then they say the dumbest stuff like this. I'm really trying not to lose my nerve, because the more you read it, the more we talked about it, the more my blood boiled. This scumbag of a human being is the definition of what is wrong with the gaming world, with game developers. He needs to stay unemployed. He needs to just keep his dirty shithole mouth shut and never speak about video games again, ever. He's worthless. If you want your employees to get an extra $10, $20, pay them. Pay them. You overcharge for your goddamn games anyways. $70 for a game it's a load of crap. Pay your employees better. You're already raping us. You take all those DLCs, all the loot boxes, all of that bull crap, give it to your employees. If I buy a goddamn suit of armor, Frank over there in freaking graphic design, he gets it. Do something for your actual employees instead of trying to milk your customer base even goddamn more. I'm fucking pissed. Pardon my language, Pat. I know you're going to need to edit that, but I'm just pissed off. It boggles the mind how people can be so inept to the reality of the regular human being, the average person living in society, paycheck to paycheck, while these money milking scumbags like Mike Ybarra, try to find every goddamn way on the planet to get that extra penny for himself and his company. He's not thinking about his employees. He's not thinking about the developers. He's thinking about himself, because damn well, if I gave $100 tip to be spread out across that company, first thing they're going to do is they're going to send it up to the highest paid a-hole CEO up there. He's going to put it away for 6 months, invest it into his own pocket, and then he might trickle down 2% of that, because you know what? He needed to wipe his ass with golden toilet paper again. I'm freaking livid over this, because it's such a dumb thing. And I agree, tipping has gone stupid. All the time you see people like order stuff from Walmart, and the person that delivers it, well, you didn't give me a tip. Well, you should have got paid by the goddamn store, the $1 billion company. I shouldn't have to give you a $20 tip. 5 should have been plenty. But no, you chose to work for this corporation who doesn't pay you shit, and you expect me to give you $20 for doing your job when it took you 5 minutes to get here. You didn't load that stuff. Only thing you did is unload it, maybe. So, and that's the kind of story that's going around all over the place. This is the problem with our society when the people with all the money can cry and get more money. Corporate welfare is got to stop, and Mike Ybarra needs to shut the Fraggle Rock up. So, yeah, I'm pissed. You know what? We just did a video about people being laid off. That made me angry. My butthole's about to go Hulk rage. This is pissing me off. What else you got, Nick? What else you want to make me upset with? Piss me off about? Huh? It's such a scummy thing, though, wasn't it?
On the math.
Were you like 2 cents each?
It would be a nickel. No, it would be. I said it'd be a nickel.
Oh, okay then.
Yeah, it'd be a nickel per person if we got $210. But
yeah,
it'd be a nickel per
now
person.
employees don't spend all that in one place.
Don't buy 2 packs of gum.
Yeah, but if you multiplied that by 10,000, how much is that? Do the math, Nick.
Right.
Do the math, literally.
Close.
So 10,000 people donated $10. That's what, $100,000?
Divided for how many people?
You divide that by whatever number you said. 200 or whatever it is.
200?
Yeah.
That'd be $50. 10,000. That'd be $50 a person.
There you go. You guys have Christmas covered. You're welcome. Thanks, Mike Ybarra. Scumbag piece of shit.
I mean, yeah, it's just stupid. And you're right. Like, they're all Scrooges, right? They're all penny pinchers. And they're just looking for a way to get more money out of the person who doesn't have any.
Yeah,
right.
That's exactly right. Because the people without money ever get money. The people with the money will feel threatened. So,
yeah,
it's
like they can never have enough.
How much did Mike Ybarra make before that deal, after the deal was completed? I mean, that's what I want to know. And this is the guy. Oh my God. I'm trying not to get all pissy here, but this is one of the architects, I think, of the destruction of the gaming industry. I think the greed of this guy spilt over onto many other companies because it did work, because gamers don't vote with their wallets, because we love games. We're passionate about games. We're just such a large base. I mean, how many games have we bought we really probably shouldn't have because we knew it was going to be bad, but there was something about it that triggered us to really want it. And then what did we do? We bought it and we knew we were right. It was a piece of crap. Skull and Bones, what was that? A quadruple A game. And it was a deal for only $70. Yeah, that's not 1A. That's not 2A. How many A's is that, Nick? Do the math. It's such a load.
4.
Did you carry it?
Yeah, I opened the calculator back up.
These are the people that are ruining it. I mean, me as an investor, if I was an investor, granted, I'll never have money to do shit like this, but if I had enough money to be an investor, I would put employees first, plain and simple. A CEO does a good job. That's his job. His job is to do a good job. So his job is not to destroy the company and destroy the employees to create extra profit for the investors. It just, oh my God, I get so irritated by this
It
stuff.
shouldn't be.
Yeah, Mike Ybarra can just eat
Shouldn't be.
ass. So, but yeah, I mean, it's just a terrible story by a terrible person who said a really stupid ass thing. I mean, this guy, you think this guy gave any money to his employees on his way out the door? You think he gave him a tip?
No, they gave him $1.
Mm.
They gave him a tip.
Dividing it between the 200. It's such a scummy, typical, corporate lot of crap. But this is where our gaming industry has gone. This is where corporate world has gone. Not just corporate America. It's all over the world. That the rich get richer, the poor get poorer, and the rich make sure the poor stays poor. They use everything against us, and we're stupid because we gave this guy money to play the games his company was making, knowing that he's a terrible person, knowing that the company is terrible. But we do it because we're stupid. I mean, we say always vote with our wallet, vote with our wallet. We make those stupid decisions too. So, wow, I felt like I ranted for quite a while there. I'm gonna go take a dump on Mike Ybarra's lawn
now. You said now you feel better, right?
I'll feel better after I take that dump on his lawn.
Yeah, I mean, we pretty much said the piece here. I mean, it's just, stay off of Twitter. Don't say stupid stuff. Like, if you want to give those employees a tip, then you probably have enough money. I'm sure you made enough when you left Blizzard. They probably gave you a huge compensation package to leave, or whatever the case may be, severance package or whatever. Just a golden parachute to goodbye, and here's your wad of cash. And so, yeah. If you want to tip Mike Ybarra, go for it. You tip, buddy. But the rest of us are gonna not do that. And we would hope that the companies pay their employees right and do right by their employees, and not rely on consumers or other individuals to pick up the slack that clearly the CEOs and investors and shareholders and whatnot of these big corporations can't seem to get a handle on, or don't want to. Anything else you got to say about this, Shane?
Mike Ybarra can lick all the buttholes in hell again.
All of them. Every one. I'll do the math on that after this.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let us know down in the comments below. What do you think? What do you think about tipping the developers? I think DLC and all that stuff. Now, he's not talking about DLC games. He's talking about single player experiences that don't have microtransactions, but still. No. The answer is no. But let us know in the comments below what you think. Other than that, make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe if you're not already. Help us out. Do us a favor. Subscription is free. You can click that subscribe button and become a subscriber on the channel. Really help us out. Hit the bell notifications to stay up to date with new videos that we do all the time. And we will see you next time.
See ya, but not Mike Ybarra.